It's Bloomberg 2020 meme reviews. Shut-a-mites. Mike Bloomberg, 2020's chosen cat, who is totally doing this video due to his own genuine excitement for Michael Bloomberg and not any other reason whatsoever here. I'm joined here today by Vadim, and we're going to be reviewing some totally dank Michael Bloomberg 2020 memes.
Big gay ice cream is the best.
A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg.
Flawless victory.
Stop and frisk.
I think we disproportionately stop whites too much and minorities too little.
Mayor Bloomberg, should you exist?
I can't speak for all billionaires. All I know is I've been very lucky, made a lot of money.
Congratulations, Mr. Bloomberg. Mike Bloomberg owns more wealth than the bottom 125 million Americans. That's wrong. That's immoral.
It's a guy, Bernie Sanders, who would have beaten Donald Trump. The polls show he would have walked away with it.
You say that you're a big fan of Donald Trump.
I know Donald Trump. He's a great guy.
I want to thank President Bush for leading the global war on terrorism. The president deserves our support, and I am here to support him.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Alright, hope you guys are ready for some truly freaking dagtastic memes from the hip new candidate that is just buying off the world. I mean, taking the world by storm. Mike Bloomberg, or as I like to call him, Base Bloomberg. But anyhow, how's it going, shit for brains?
Well, I'm all right, I guess. But, Cece, I have to ask, you've been hardcore all in for Trump until now, and I'm just a little surprised that you're backing Bloomberg.
Yeah, well, I just think he's the guy to beat. All the cool kids just love him.
I'm a young, hip, cool college student, and I'm a guy who's going to be voting for Michael Bloomberg. Some of my hobbies include not existing.
He's really huge with minorities, at least the ones he hasn't stopped and frisked yet. Well, most of them. I also happen to like the way that he abuses dogs. It's a very attractive quality to me. And, reasons?
All right, well, I'm positive that this is going to be nothing short of total abject fucking torture, so let's just get it started, right?
Yeah, you betcha, shithead. Okay. First up from Meme Lord Bloomberg, we have this bit of inspired dank meme warfare, the Bloomberg Pants on Fire videos.
Lie, unfair, lie.
Oh God, no!
Oh, come on, what's the problem? Look, Vadim, the left can finally meme.
Lie.
Get him, Bloomberg.
Oh God, why are there dancing gingerbread men on fire? It just doesn't make any sense.
It's called meme magic, Vadim. Come on, get with the times, you boomer.
Okay, how much longer does this meme magic go on for?
Literally only about 2.5 more minutes. We interrupt this crap to bring you this crap right here with Creationist Cat. Good evening. I'm Creationist Cat, and today, once again, the internet has been flipping its collective freaking goddamn shit harder than a teenage Helen Hunt after snorting crank and jumping out a 3-story window. All over this week's Not So Super Freaking Tuesday, when Democratic hopeful and famed finger sucker Joe Biden was thrust to victory after jars of political mayonnaise Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar dropped out of the race faster than, well, Helen Hunt jumping out a 3-story window and then trying to cut her arteries with broken glass. Yes, it was quite the stunning upset, and all due to jars of political mayonnaise and internationally acclaimed dabber Beto O'Rourke endorsing the once miserably failing hater of
lying dog-faced pony soldiers,
resulting in totally BTFOing progressive superstar and owner of his very own Trump-attacking hovercraft, Bernie freaking Sanders. On top of that, gnarly meme master supreme, base Mike Bloomberg, dropped out. So what does that mean for our dank Mike Bloomberg 2020 meme video? Well, it's totally fucking irrelevant. And we do apologize if the opening of this video confused you given the title. But what were we supposed to do? Just trash it because the news cycle is so freaking fast it makes me want to crash a lunch cart into a kid's dick and send him hurtling to his death? But here to talk about the upset and more once again is Vadim. How you doing, you toilet face asshead?
Well, CC, you know, I'm a Bernie guy, so I'll admit I'm kind of bummed right now.
Ha ha, Bernie ate a dick.
Yeah, well, your guy Bloomberg kind of sucked ass himself.
Don't you dare say that about base Bloomberg.
Oh, I'm sorry, he won American Samoa. Fuck yeah, go Bloomberg. I'm sorry, what is that, like $125 million spent per delegate?
135 million, that's a steal. By the way, why do you have two of the exact same Bernie shirts, nerd?
You want to take this one? Sure. Well, this shirt right here was misprinted, so Bernie Threads was nice enough to send me another shirt for free.
Oh, come on. How can you expect Bernie to pass Medicare for all when he can't even print a t-shirt right?
Okay, well, first of all, let me just say this, guys. I'm really sorry. We had to hedge our bets and just change course with this video because a lot of stuff changed inside a very short period of time. I was really looking forward to talking about the Michael Bloomberg meatball meme, Bloomberg's own team informing Mike that he had, in fact, boom, roasted Donald Trump. We also wanted to talk about the Bloomberg Onion. What the fuck is this thing? And why did they think any of these things were a good idea to tweet? But, you know, unfortunately,
shit got really fucked up.
Yes, indeed it did, CC. And before we talk Biden and Bernie and more, I just want you people to know our personal hell. Because fucking Cody Johnson, aka some more news guy, have you heard of him, CC?
Of course I have. He was on Creationist Cat Chat. First of all, do you mind if I call you News Guy for short? Or how about s'mores? Everybody loves s'mores.
Yeah, they do. News guy's fine. A friend of mine died in a s'more cooking fire, and I don't really want to talk about it or hear that word, so let's stick to news guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds like a horrible yet very delicious way to die. How could you forget that, you fart-brained ass giant ahead? I'm sorry. I'm trying out new insults.
It's okay, I probably deserve it, but look, the point is that the day that we were finishing up our dank Bloomberg meme review video, some more news guy releases Totally Not Paid For by Mike Bloomberg, which was incredibly close to our title. He does the same running joke we were gonna use, and a bunch of other stuff.
That son of a bitch.
It was just insane how close his video was to ours. And then we redo this video, and then Super Tuesday comes around and donkey kicks that version of the video up the ass. And then the fallout from Super Tuesday blackpills me and shatters my life into a steaming pile of shit.
Yeah, but that was Cody Johnson's fault too.
Maybe. You know, Cody, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I respect you immensely. You were a joy to work with, but suck my dick. Because you made the last 10 days a living hell for me. I ate like 50 of these ping pong cheese balls for that video, and these things are fucking disgusting. And we're still not sure what to do with this video, and...
No, not the cheese balls! Oh, think of all the starving orphans you could have given diabetes with all those cheese balls. Well, we're gonna take a short break while Vadim showers and possibly ingest a jar of Valium. Please enjoy more of teenage Helen Hunt snorting crank and jumping out a plate glass window while we thank our premium patrons on Patreon. And we're back! And I do believe Vadim has a little something to say.
Guys, I just want to say that what I did was very irrational, desperate. It's just not the answer. And if any of you are considering cheeseballing yourself, just call someone you love, a hotline, anything. Look, I now know what it's like to have cheese dust in my armpits. And trust me, you never want to go there.
Learn from his pathetic example, folks. Well, Shadomites, the good news is it's not over yet. Bloomberg might be out, but we can still get him with write-ins. So let's not lose faith and... Hello? Oh, hey, Mike Bloomberg. Still stopping for you, Mikey. Biden? I don't know, Mr. Bloomberg. Well, I had no problem voting for you. You're a Republican. But Biden, he's sort of, kind of a Democrat. And, you know, I have a brand to protect. Okay, you got it, Mike Bloomberg. Joe Biden is love. Joe Biden is life. Joe Biden will make you live forever.
Cece, what are we gonna do with the video?
Oh, yeah, we could talk about dank Joe Biden memes.
I ain't dead, and I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, that's an actual Joe Biden meme created by the Joe Biden team. Did not realize that was going to rhyme. But look, I'll admit that's way better than Bloomberg memes, but at the same time, it's kind of a low bar. Bloomberg memes are hot monkey shit.
Oh, come on. That meme was hella dank.
Wow, you just said hella. I hate that word for some reason. But yeah, it's already inspired some copycats, actually.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I don't know, not quite as hella dank.
How about this one?
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Could use a little more Joe Biden.
So here's where things get weird and tricky, CC, because I have to admit, I think they're funny, but at the same time, they're also kind of sad. Biden is just not the man he once was, and as much as I'm wigged out by things like his professed resolve to cut Social Security and the fact that he told rich donors that literally nothing would fundamentally change and a lot more, I'm also really concerned about the idea of him facing off with Trump because, you know, I remember when he was in his vice presidential debates and, you know, say what you will about him, he was strong. And if you look even just a few years ago when he was praising Bernie Sanders.
You know, if Bernie Sanders never said he was a democratic socialist, based on what he's saying, people wouldn't be calling him a democratic socialist. That's how he characterizes himself in sort of European terms, the democratic socialist parties in Europe.
But why is she having trouble?
Well, I think that Bernie is speaking to a yearning that is deep and real. And he has credibility on it.
That was 2016, and he is just not that guy anymore. And I really hate saying it because I've had 3 loved ones who have dealt with decline of mental faculties, but I just think that for that alone, he might get hammered if he's the pick.
Well, I think I'm contractually obligated not to say what I think about all that.
Cece, I'd like to get a little personal, like for real. I know we don't do that very much on this channel, but I want to show everyone a little bit of me, a little something that I shot in 2008.
All right.
Wait, that's not it.
Oh, let it play.
No, this is totally the wrong video.
Oh, come on, it's really cool. I loved it.
Okay, so that was a really weird night. That was not the right clip, though. I think this next one is. This is actually the night that Obama won in 2008. I was on the Lower East Side of New York City. My thoughts on this are so different now than they were when I experienced it. But look, I'm just going to let this play without the ticker, if that's okay, and then we'll discuss. Is that all right?
Well, I just hope it has some Joe Biden.
Wow! We don't want nobody to get hurt. We have to open this up for vehicle traffic. Yes, we can. 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 Yes, we can.
To reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
I give it a 7.5 at the Joe Bentham scale.
Well, CC, that night was amazing, and when I watch that footage, I get pumped because it all just comes back to me. But when I think about it in retrospect, I feel like a sucker because I totally bought into that hope and change stuff. I mean, call me an idiot. Idiot. Well, that was rhetorical, but yeah, of course he was better than McCain and Palin, but that's a really low bar.
Hey, Sarah Palin was a great orator.
Wait, I thought fast food joints? Don't you guys think that they're like of the devil or something? That's what liberals, you want to send those evil employees who would dare work at a fast food joint that you just don't believe in. Thought you wanted to, I don't know, send them to purgatory or something.
Almost as good as Biden these days.
Agreed. But let me get back on track here. The ending of that video, my outlook is so different now because back then I saw this moment with a bit of optimism. I thought, okay, we've won. We're out of the Bush era, thank fucking God. Now we have work to do. And we finally have someone that's gonna help the most disadvantaged among us, like this guy.
Sucker!
Yeah, you don't have to rub it in. But now I look at this and I think, oh, this is one of the millions of guys that he left behind because things didn't get much better for the poor under Obama. If anything, they got worse. He ran as someone who was going to fight for the little guy, and he didn't. And look, I don't want to go on too long with this.
Please don't. This is already way more depressing than our usual videos.
I'll just make it brief. You know, he never made the case for the public option like he said he would, and that was not because of obstruction. He just never did it. He said he'd strengthen Social Security, but he repeatedly tried to broker deals to cut it. This is really tip of the iceberg here, you know? I could just go on and on and on.
Again, please don't.
Okay, fine. My point is this. I want all of that again. I want all of this awesomeness, but I just don't want to have to look at it 10 years later and realize that I was a huge asshole, that I was suckered. And Bernie, he is that fighter that Obama tricked us into thinking that he was. So, you know what? Before Super Tuesday 2, we have to start making calls, texts, canvas if you can.
Hello? Super Tuesday 2? Yeah, that's right now.
What? No, it hasn't been that long since we started the video. Holy shit!
We interrupt this breaking news with this breaking news with Creationist Cat. Good evening. I'm still Creationist Cat. And today, Vadim Newquist is a huge fucking idiot because he didn't realize it was already Super Tuesday 2. In fact, by the time you're watching this, it's already over.
Can we get rid of this headline?
Sure thing, Testicle Face. But first, get ready for a montage of you reacting to Biden winning Super Tuesday 2.
Oh God, no. No, anything but that. Anything but that.
Joe Biden is having a good night.
Now, before I tell you the results, I just want you to take a moment and breathe.
And I think tonight you're going to see a map with a lot fewer counties colored in for Bernie Sanders and a lot more for the competition.
Everything's gonna be fine.
The hard part is, if you lose all 6 of these, that there's a decent argument that Bernie can't win.
It's gonna be fine.
So far, a very, very good night for Joe Biden.
It's Joe Biden, once again, the winner, the big winner in Mississippi.
It's just one state. It's just one state.
We're also projecting that Joe Biden will win Missouri, and that's based on early exit surveys.
Oh, Jesus.
I agree, this sucks.
Andrew Yang has apparently endorsed him on CNN.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Cool. The math says Joe is our prohibitive nominee. We need to bring the party together.
Okay, it's just 2 states. Got 4 more. It's just 2 states.
We do have breaking news right now. ABC News can now project that Joe Biden is expected to win the Michigan Democratic primary. This is huge news tonight.
Well, time for me to transfer gracefully into the anger stage.
But you add all of those things together and you get what looks to be an insurmountable deficit.
There's still 3 states. There's still 3 states left.
Idaho will go to Joe Biden.
It may be over. It may be over. It may be over. It may be over.
Democrats are about to nominate somebody who is mentally not there.
Devin Toothman says, can we officially call the general election Dementia Bowl?
It did not go Bernie's way.
Biden now leads Senator Bernie Sanders by 150 delegates.
He still has the debates. He still has the debates.
The Democratic National Committee should step in and make an assessment and determine whether or not they ought to have any more debates.
You got to respect voters. You have to have respect for democracy. We got to bring this party together. We got to get rid of this guy. What are we doing?
So the elections tonight were a disaster.
Biden won. Biden's winning. Biden will be the nominee.
Okay, I can't take it anymore. Ow! Oh God, I can't fit my fat fucking head inside this cheese barrel to asphyxiate myself. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, now you must embrace the Biden, my son, for the Biden is strong within you. Release your inner Biden, and the Joe-mentum shall be yours.
Oh God, guys, I'm sorry if you like him. I just think he's a horrible candidate, especially to go up against Trump.
I find your lack of faith in Biden disturbing.
Look, I'm gonna vote for him, okay? I mean, if he gets it, and the math is there, it looks like he's going to, yes, I'll vote for him.
Oh, you are? Hell fucking yeah!
Well, what am I supposed to do? You know, he's better for the SCOTUS judges alone. I can't in good conscience allow women in red states not to have access to abortions or people to lose the admittedly not so great health care that they have. I don't want people to die. I mean, there's other reasons.
Yes, step closer to the Biden and your journey to the Biden side of the Biden shall be Biden.
Cece, would you just knock it off, okay? Look, you're really adorable, and I love you because you're a cat, and I can't help it, but I'm just feeling really black-pilled right now. I mean, aside from all of this, Tom Hanks has coronavirus, along with probably hundreds of thousands of people. I broke my favorite glass, and that sucks. I need a moment.
It's not insurmountable, but it's still difficult. Keep the process going. Keep canvassing, keep texting, keep calling. Turn the doom into activism. All right, that's all I can keep saying to everybody.
Hey, what's going on, Vadim? Are you being happy?
Maybe just a tiny little bit, CC. I know you hate it when I am.
Yeah, I told you never to do that.
Cece, I've been through so much. This video was supposed to be out on the 28th of February. It was just supposed to be a 10-minute Michael Bloomberg meme video, and then all this other stuff happened, and just, do you mind if I call my friend Lance from the Serfs? I promise I won't be that happy.
All right, but you better be really miserable tomorrow.
But I do know if we buy every single time that you have no other choice than to back whatever bad candidate is put in front of us,
Lance,
then
can you
we're
hear
going
me?
to keep it's just they can go down this path.
Yes, they can. Hello, Cece. How's it going?
Hey, you better not be impersonating me, asshole.
I'm not. Listen, Lance, I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but it's the human here.
Oh, he of the name Vadim.
Yeah, Vadim, shit for brains human slave, testicle face, whatever you want to call me is fine. But listen, Lance, I really wanted to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been feeling really black-pilled lately. You know, I cheeseballed myself earlier, then CC forced me to watch the Super Tuesday results. I got rabies somehow. I broke shit. And after watching all this reporting, you know, everybody's all doom and gloom. And I guess what I'm saying is you're the only one that I've seen that has like a vague sense of optimism. And I guess I just really want you to talk me off the Duber ledge right now. Please?
Well, all I can really tell you, Vadim, is that I'm delusional.
Okay, well that explains it. Thanks. Okay, good night, everybody.
Don't listen to a thing I say.
Okay, this has been very informative.
No, what I've said right now is something that I felt for a very long time. I did not expect in 2020, the year of our Lord, that we would be talking about these kind of topics, especially from an American perspective, where the Overton window has been moved so far to the left that we have polls coming out now that show the vast majority of Americans support Medicare for all. They support what would be seen as a socialist, communist form of medicine, healthcare. That to me is an incredible thing. To me, I think Ken Klippenstein put this really, really well, where he said, on the left, I've been losing my entire life, so tonight I kind of still see as a win.
Okay, this is good. We're getting somewhere. I'm starting to feel just a little bit better. Just pump me up more with your optimism juice, please.
I'm straight out. It's black pills from here on out. So.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah. But yeah, what I do want to say about the Doomer stuff is this. Bernie Sanders has already accomplished a handful of things I never thought that I would see in my lifetime. I never thought the United States would swing this far left this quickly. That to me is an incredible thing. Not to mention that CBS poll that also just came out that shows Americans want a complete overhaul of their entire economic system. Like, to me, 10 years ago, that would have been seen as far-left lunacy. And never mind that. If nothing else, can we just get to this debate? Doesn't even have to be a Hail Mary. It could just be a destruction. Why not go down swinging? Why not get in there and blow up every single thing that Joe Biden is guilty of for all these years? I'd like to bring up your history of segregation. I'd like to bring up a whole bunch of shitty things that you did. Hey, how about that whole Anita Hill thing? Hey, how about that time, Joe Biden, when you were trying to pass Social Security and then you tried to gut it?
Yeah, anything could happen. Who knows? Maybe Joe Biden will get really confused and endorse Bernie, and there will just be a huge landslide for Bernie.
I've heard that theory as well.
But that's what I'm hoping for. That, or I don't know, maybe some footage will come out of Joe Biden jerking off a monkey. So, hey there, Vadim. Are you feeling any better? Yeah, I am. Well, I specifically told you not to, you refried bucket of donkey shit. I know, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Better not, because you're riding with Biden now, motherfucker. Maybe not. I will have you know that 538 has us at a 1 in 100 chance. Yeah, admittedly, he kind of has to pull off a Luke blowing up the Death Star maneuver and landslide it nearly all the way through and get the youth off their butts in droves. The window is a little small, yes, but more importantly, voting is still vital, you know? It's a higher delegate count, the more people will realize that candidates like Bernie are a force to be reckoned with. And like Lance said,
I would still like Bernie Sanders to go into that brokered convention with a lot of delegates of his own and raise a ruckus. Be like, hey, by the way, Us and my supporters, we want things like Medicare for all. We want you to say, Joe Biden, that you will agree to a Green New Deal, something like that. I mean, it gives you bargaining chips. That's what it does, right? It gives you weight.
So guys, before final thoughts, I want to let you know that I changed my shirt because I realized I had a light stain from my rabies foam. I don't know if you can see it. Apologies, it's a little gross. And also, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Those who give $15 or more always get a shout out during our videos now. And we don't usually do this, but vids on the agenda include one on Chudtastic takes on the Watchmen comic and series featuring The Quartering, Tim Pool, Doomcock, and more.
Doomcock? Oh, he's totally my favorite YouTuber with a urinal for a mouth.
Yeah, mine too, I guess, only purely by default. We also have a Creationist Cat chat with Sam Cedar coming up.
I'm not afraid of Creationist Cat. I'll go head to head with that cat.
Oh, did you see how nervous she was? He's obviously compensating.
So if you want to help us bring those to you, we'd love to have you all aboard.
Yeah, everybody except for the guy with the beard and suspenders in the back. Screw you, hater!
So for those of you who are feeling the burn, maybe still are, but are now feeling a little bit of the doom, just remember, what Bernie has done is nothing short of beautiful. All the fucking Goliaths this man has slain, the unprecedented amounts of grassroots donations, more than anybody, he's helped shift America and maybe beyond to conversations about wealth inequality and campaign finance reform and so much more. He's changed the game, and he's really created something that is just way bigger than himself.
We've built something. And whatever happens, whether Sanders wins or loses, and we're gonna fight like he still could win. But whether he wins or loses, we've created something bigger than what we've created in 2016. And look where we are now. I mean, this will continue. This isn't a phase. This is the reckoning that's coming.
You know, underdogs, they win all the time in the movies, but they seldom do in real life. Ralph Macchio in the ring with the Cobra Kai guy in real life, yeah, I don't think that's gonna go that well for him, probably. But Bernie's fight is all of our fights. And if in the end Darth Biden takes it, well, then he's Bernie 1 Kenobi. And you know what? We're gonna have our Lukes, we're gonna have our Reys, and they will follow in his footsteps. So no matter what, Bernie is a champ, and don't let anyone tell you differently.
Can I introduce you please to a lump of cheddar cheese? Knit one, power one, drop one, cow.